So, Mickey, we're talking about your book. I'm told I had a good time. And one of the things I'm taking a million pictures with my phone and obviously it's a lot easier these days for all of us to live through our phone instead of living in the moment. And I'm sure you see that from being on the stage, that all of us are just
Mm.
clicking away, not really enjoying what we're doing anymore. Um, what makes for a good photo though? Because I noticed that like I'll take 10,000 pictures and maybe two of them are any good. And then I see that you probably only had about 20 picture opportunities, and some of these are the best pictures I've ever seen. What made these pictures so great? What is it, your eye? What was it?
Well, I guess a combination of a lot of things. I wasn't thinking about it. I studied a little bit. I was, learning a bit about photography in general. Composition, I suppose, catching the moment. In my case, it was more just being at the right place in the right time and getting lucky. But if you're a pro photographer, then there are certain rules or certain I don't know, things you learn about the golden mean is obvious. My daughter Emily taught me about the golden mean in
What is that?
photography. Well, it's a look it up. It's a whole thing. It's ancient and has to do with composition. And it's like I say, it's a combination of a lot of things. In my case, getting lucky. In the case of like an incredible photographer like Henry Dills, he just had and has this knack for seeing uh, the moment and seeing. You and I or anybody would look at somebody standing out in a parking lot and we're like, yeah. But Henry just had the incredible knack of going, oh wow, oh man, stand next to that light post or that fire hydrant, and it turns out to be this incredible shot. You look at, for instance, some of his shots of, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young or the Eagles or something, whatever. Just catching this moment, that they didn't plan it, like they didn't have a location scout, finding this place. It was Henry just has this incredible knack of doing that. Other photographers, in the studio, they set up stuff. Lighting is probably the most important singular thing besides composition, is knowing light and what it does and how it works and all that stuff. And I just, frankly, I think I mainly just got lucky, a lot, but I also shot an awful lot of pictures where, only a few of them, came out to that at that level.
Did you also develop them?
For a while I did, yeah, the black and white, not the color. That's very involved. But I had a dark room. Yeah, I did. I had a dark room, and I would develop the black and white stuff, quite for quite some time. That's a
No.
lot of work.
Who is the most photogenic person that you ever shot?
Wow. Well, not if you mean like with my professional rig, which I haven't done in decades, would have been, I think, probably Samantha, because she was a model, a very famous one. And I think she probably taught me more about it, about composition and staging and stuff, because she was a pro. And of course, very, very photogenic.
All right, and then the last part of this question, for anybody that did not get your book yet, I know that they can order it from Beatland Books.
Mhm.
I also know, just by being your friend, that you were approached by lots of people who wanted to use your videos and your books and stuff like that for projects. Why did you choose Beatland to put out this book versus larger companies or other people? Why this company?
Well, because the company essentially is Andrew Sandoval, who has been with us, the Monkeys and me, for years and decades. And he did that incredible Monkeys Big Coffee Table book a number of years ago, still the definitive sort of history and timeline of the Monkeys. And we've been friends for years and years, and he's produced, and we've worked on concerts and things and TV, all kinds of stuff. And I had actually, the short story is I'd asked him to curate and kind of archive some footage of mine because he knew how to do that and who could do it and save it, film footage. And he saw all these photographs and all this memorabilia in boxes. And I hadn't even thought about it. They were just literally boxes that had in Sharpie memorabilia. And it ended up, and he went through this stuff and he said, this is, incredible stuff. I think it could be a book. And that's how it happened. And he went through all this stuff for a long time, a couple of years. And he and his design team are the ones that finally, with my approval, of course, and we went through all the shots and we went through the stories that could go with them and stuff like that. But it was basically down to and me giving Andrew Sandoval kind of the keys to the vault and saying he did such a great job on the other books. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
All right, and what do we have to look forward to in the next one?
I don't know. I haven't even thought that far. But no, frankly, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
All right. Well, we're excited about this. So people who did not get the book yet, they are still available, but they are limited and they can get it at beatlandbooks.com. And you are the best. These are some of the coolest pictures of all time. I'm so glad that you decided to share them all with
Thank
us.
you. Thank you,
You are
Jody.
the
Thank you
best.
very much.